Hi everyone, I'm back with another video. This one is a travel budget that I'm doing for my trip for Arlington. Um, like I said in another video, I'm going to Arlington, Virginia with the Military Order of the Cooties. And we're doing Tomb Trek. Um, anyway, and I'll post videos on or at least I'll try to post videos on what we're doing there so you can see. But this is kind of similar to what I did in um, uh, June for uh, the VFW convention. So let's get started. I I usually like to try to write down what it's for, where am I going, and the dates I'm leaving, and how many days I'm leaving. Um, you see, I'm leaving for six. The date I'm leaving for 6 days. Um, uh, One of the categories I have is transportation. I budgeted for $800 because I'll be flying there. Transportation when I for Dallas was, I think, maybe $100 to $150 because gas is expensive, um, and stuff like that. And then I was in June. I was planning on. I was riding with my dad, and we were using his car, but I was planning on chipping for gas, and then I was planning also taking in a lift from my place to his place, and then that way I didn't have to leave my car. But because I had so much stuff, I ended up bringing taking my car, so I didn't have to use that money. But the reason though this is so high compared to in June is I'm taking a plane to Dallas, and I'm also definitely taking a lift because it'll just be my suitcase and a backpack with my purse and all that stuff in me. So I don't need to take my car because we're not taking any vehicles to the airport. We're using Uber or Lyft to the airport and coming back. So my plane ticket was $600. So that gives me another $200 for Ubers or Lyfts, because we also plan on doing a little bit of touring in Virginia. So it'll just be easier for us to do that there. So that's what we're doing. So if I don't use all that money, great. Also, I'm planning on $200 per night, equaling about $1,000. I doubt I'll use that much. I planned on that much for the hotel in June, and I bought 850 of it, so I had an extra $150 extra. So I seriously doubt I'll use that much money for the hotel. The next category is food, and I'm planning on $100 per day. My rule with me and my husband when we both travel is $100 per person per day just for food. That's lunch, dinner, and breakfast, or breakfast, dinner, and lunch. That is it. That's not, and of course, if any kind of drinks going along with that. Um, I'm doing, so I'm planning for 6 days. That's including the day I travel going there and the day I come back. I'll probably be back in time for dinner here, but I've been traveling. I'm gonna be on the go, go, go. So I probably won't want to have to come home and cook immediately. So I'm also planning on extra money for that as well, to make sure I don't have to cook and I just DoorDash food, or we go get something to eat. So over budgeting is like key for me to make sure that I don't overspend, or try not to overspend. There's one day when we're traveling there. We'll be eating at the airport, so I won't be eating something here at home. Most days I will sometimes, oh, well, not let's say most time, but I want to say about 50% of the time, I will eat at home, even though I planned for that meal for me to eat out. There has been times where I traveled for these things, and I end up staying in a first hotel that provides free breakfast. And even though I planned for paying for it, I have free food basically, or I don't have to pay for it because it came with a hotel room. The next category I have is room services. I did this for June, but I ended up not using it. But this trip, I'm going to try to make a point of me ordering some kind of room service so I can have that experience. So way I did that is I planned for $50 per day for this. I also, if my husband was coming with me, I would do just like here, do $100 per person per day. I would do here $50 per person. That's two separate budgets. So that way, if we decide to eat room service for breakfast, we each have $50 to spend for breakfast, in addition to our $100 per day. So we would have $150 per day, but it's two separate budgets, if that makes any sense. So I'm planning up to $50 per day, and that's equaling to $250. Because I'm not including, I think the day we check out, and I'm also adding another $50, equaling $300 for this. So I'll have, instead of $600, I'll be having $900 to eat. I'm also planning on $150 for tipping, because I'll be needing tip money because I'm budgeting, counting it as tip money, but I'll be not having that much cash on me, but I'll still need some cash for tipping for Ubers and Lyft, and those we can do electronically, but I'll still need cash for tipping for hotel shuttles, bell services, maid services. So, but I am planning that much money for tipping in addition to all the other money I'm budgeting into. Pre-trip expenses, I planned on $500. It's more than the last time I went, because last trip I was planning on $300, and I think I spent $150 to $200. I think it was closer to $200 because I also bought new outfits I needed that I wanted to wear on the trip, but that I could also wear after the trip. But this one I put it up to $500 because I needed specific things that I needed to wear to this trip. I needed to buy a whole new uniform for this. I needed the pants. I needed the shirt, the jacket, and someone gave me a jacket that I altered, and I had to pay for the alterations. I needed to make sure I got new white socks, new shoes. So it came out to me spending about $150 to $200 alone. I also needed like the hat and stuff like that. And I also, sometimes when I go on trips, I like to get my nails done too. So anytime I need to buy, like I need to buy clothes for a specific trip, for a specific event in the trip, I try to budget for money for that as well. And if I don't use it, fine, I just don't spend it. It's gone. The next budgeting for this, I don't always budget for extra sodas and water on my trips. If I'm going on a road trip, I put that money into the pre-trip expenses, and that's where I'm buying a lot of stuff for the trip. I'm buying snacks that I can eat on, I got pack away in a cooler or in a bag, and I'm buying chips and um, candy and sodas, and I'm bringing my own water, so I can carry it with me, and I bring my own tumbler and water bottle so I can take it with me and refill my water bottle in my room and have plenty of water, and don't have to go to room services or go down to the hotel stuff and buy it. But since we're going by plane, I have to buy everything there. So I'm planning on about $150 to $200, about $150 for just my uh, sodas and water. And then I'm budgeting another $100 just for alcohol. I know some people may think this is crazy, having a separate budget for food, food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then room service for eating some of your meals too, and then having a separate budget for just drinks, if that makes sense, and then having a separate budget for just alcohol. And some people may think this is not enough money here and then too much money here, or this is not enough money here. It really depends on you. I do drink. I do like to drink occasionally. And I like to occasionally drink on a trip, but it really depends. I fill myself out. I'm a person that likes to drink, but I also like to make sure that I feel comfortable where I'm drinking. I may have a drink, one drink period, but I'm also doing it in that mindset of I am in a different place and who people I'm with. I don't want to be inebriated and be in a situation where I cannot protect myself, physically or by whatever, like being hurt in any way or being robbed and taken of money. And if I am inebriated, I don't know if somebody is attacking me and trying to hurt me, like in any kind of way. So this will be more than, and some places where you go, it's going to be, drinks will be more expensive. When I went to a casino 2 years ago, for the banquet, we had the drink, I probably spent about at least $40 to $50 on drinks, and I've had about close to $40 on drinks, and I had 3 drinks. So it really depends on where you're going. You got to fill that out. And it was a mixed drink. So that's going to be, and that's for 6 days. And so that will be plenty for me. Budgeting for $200 for shopping, just for buying souvenirs or whatever else I want. And then I'm planning for, just in case, $200. And then that is my budget for the entire trip. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.